Welcome aboard. My name's Shaf. If you're new here, I've been in sales and marketing and own businesses over the last 12 or so years. This episode is really for those who want to understand what products and services are suitable for high ticket sales and high ticket offers. Now, if you've seen a couple of my episodes, the first two were really about understanding and highlighting what high ticket sales are. I've been playing in this game for the last, particularly with high ticket sales in the corporate and business space over the last 8 or so years. But I've been in sales, in business with social media, marketing, sales for more than 12 years. Now, in this particular episode, we're going to dive into what products and services you can actually package up and use to create your high ticket sales offer. What are the most suitable ones? So there's about 10 of them, and these 10 are actually categories, mind you. There's more than 10. There's probably 30 to 40, maybe even 50 products and services out there, but you obviously can't sell everything to everyone, and you can't possibly have everybody as a customer either. So this is really going to help you have a product or service and to be able to appeal and attract a particular audience with those products and services. Now, a little reminder, high ticket sales basically is the process of selling a premium price product or service. And this can be sold / purchased by individuals as well as businesses. So let's keep that in mind. You can go either way, and you can have a mix of both as well, by the way. The one big advantage, which I covered in the first two episodes, is that high ticket sale actually gives you the chance to make more money, to earn more revenue. They are more profitable as well at the same time, while giving you a lot more time freedom. This is the big advantage of high ticket sales. And there are lots of businesses. So you might be an entrepreneur, you might be a business owner, for example, and you've got medium ticket products, services that you've always sold, etc. You can actually introduce a high ticket package or product or service, and this will no doubt skyrocket if you get this right and get the audience correct and the audience right. You will generally be able to skyrocket your revenue. That's the whole idea, while not needing many more customers than you already acquire throughout the month, for example. So that's the basis of it. And this is something that can be done. Another scenario is if you're just getting started, you're a single person, you're solo, don't worry, been there, done that. I'll be the first one to say. And there are product services that you're thinking of. You don't want to outlay a lot of money or any money for that fact. You're bootstrapped. You don't want to outlay much money in terms of purchasing product, having it stored and kept somewhere. Then a high ticket product or service, packaged product, for example, will be perfect for you because you don't have the capital expenditure available. You've only got a laptop, a phone, software tools. That's about all you need, to be honest, if you want to get started. And so let's dive right into this. I'm going to put myself on the left-hand side here. 10 of the most suitable high-ticket products and services. A little bit about me, covered a little bit. Look, first and foremost, I came from the scientific background. I used to be a medical scientist, dabbled in business, and ever since I've been in the business world. But also I have a customer service background and I did sales too. So I enjoyed all of those. I will say lab work isn't exactly for myself. 4 walls and a window. It's a very introverted career type. 12 years in business across consumer business, e-commerce, medium ticket service business too. That's as of recent. Social media management is something that I do on the side. And high ticket partnerships, that's my current role or job in my career, and my second corporate job, which is great. I absolutely love what I do. And so I take bits and pieces from everywhere from my experience. so I can show you guys what's possible. A bit of a recap for you. What are high ticket sales? Now, high ticket sales is basically the process of selling premium price products or services. They can range from $2,000 to $50,000 or more. They are generally, these are the hallmarks, higher in value, longer sales cycle. There's always personalization required. This is all covered in the last episode. If you would like to and subscribe, then you'll be able to quite easily access, go and find the previous episode, which was about understanding what high ticket sales are. Now, with products and services, some key criteria you need to keep in mind is that your buyer has the financial capacity to invest, that they genuinely need your solution, and you are genuinely going to provide the value transformation that they are seeking. All right. So whether it be a business to business service or product, or a business to consumer service or product, there's always a person involved in there, and that person is usually seeking a transformation. Are you skilled enough to actually facilitate that transformation? That's where we are going. Now, social media plays a very big part in some of the distribution channels for who you are and what you do in terms of getting clients and customers that are prepared to pay for high ticket services and products and services. Where do they spend their time? LinkedIn, this is where professionals and business owners play. They play in that space every single day. In fact, I think LinkedIn is probably the most slept on social media platform around in 2025. Though LinkedIn has been going on for a long time, it's a place where not a lot of consumers play in. So big opportunity, big content gap there. Facebook groups, they're great. They're niche community discussion groups, to be honest. Instagram, this is where a lot of personal brands live and lots of consumers. But I don't quite see that being a place to actually sell a high ticket product or service. Elements of social proof, etc., that can tie in very well with Instagram. Events, these are a little bit old school. Yes, there are industry specific conferences and education and networking, personal or professional. These are good places, but the dial moves very slow with these. They are a little bit old school, and you will always get old school people, but also sometimes that's where the money is, because old school folks have been used to going to a particular networking or industry specific conference, and they're always there month after month or year after year. They are always there. So there's some level of consistency from the buyers or potential buyers at events. Now, 10 of the most suitable high ticket products and services. Like I said, there's more than 10, there's probably 30 to 40 at least, but we're going to stick with the industry type so you get a really good idea of what areas to look into. And then it's up to you to make up your mind in terms of what products and services are best suited to you, your skill set, your stack of social media, etc. There is an actionable activity for you to do, and this is towards the end. So I highly recommend you stick it out and definitely subscribe so you can come back and watch this and make notes on this too. But I've set this out so that you're in the position to actually learn where the opportunities are, because there's lots of revenue to be had and to make. And the big advantage is you'll have a lot more time freedom with these than you would selling a $5 product or a $200 product. I really want you to get a feel for all of these areas and where you have the best opportunities to get high ticket clients. That's the whole point of this. First one is coaching and consulting. So business coaching, life coaching, sales coaching, executive coaching, marketing strategy coaching. Chances are most of these, you're going to find them through LinkedIn, and LinkedIn has some other functions around actually finding professionals and business owners as your clients. We'll probably dive into that a little bit later in a more detailed episode around how to use LinkedIn. But for our purposes today, coaching and consulting. So let's say you've got a certain expertise, say stress management for executives, right? Coaching them through how to be the best leaders and managers. Sales coaching. This is something that I have on the cards, which will be happening. I'm working on things to make sure we can actually facilitate that sales coaching, either in a one-on-one or in a group format, something that I personally am working on. But sales coaching, life coaching, people who are going through key stages in life, they've gone from single to married, for example, to having children now. There are different life stages. People have midlife crises, go and buy themselves a convertible and a holiday home, both of which they don't end up using because they're in a midlife crisis. So these are the very opportunities where coaching and consulting works pretty well. The next one is online education. So if you've got a particular expertise, it can be turned into a premium course, a mastermind group, a certification. If you're already accredited as a assessor or trainer, for example, in your local geographic area or in your country, one-on-one mentorships. This is something that I myself am working on to create, but if you have a set expertise, it could be marketing, it could be accounting, it could be anything in the corporate world. It could be something totally different, like in the health and wellness space, but you're providing online education, online yoga classes, online yoga courses, you name it. You can be as creative as you like, but you can apply your skill set to these. Next one is done for you services. So that means if you've got a creative background, an IT or tech background, you've got a background with branding, you could create a done for you service as a marketing agency, branding services, web development, sales teams. These all carry a high ticket price for the service. Now, sales teams, here's the thing. There is definitely a possibility that high ticket closers, for example, or a sales closers or appointment setters, the whole service has been purchased for $20,000 by a business, a real estate company who needs cold calls done. All right. So thinking right outside of the box. Web development. This can, for example, doing specific web development for not-for-profits. You're going to charge a bigger ticket for a particular or a specific customer type. Branding for government agencies, branding for finance companies. You're doing something very specific for a high ticket price tag. All right. Marketing for psychologists, marketing for professional services, marketing for lawyers. All of these as a done for you service because your audience doesn't have enough time, got enough money to pay you, and they're running cash flow positive businesses. You will make a tidy sum, the done for you service for a particular audience or a particular customer. Next one up, the luxury and exclusive space. So real estate, luxury cars, fine art collectibles, and designer goods. These are namely not so much business to business. These are business to consumer, but these all involve high net worth individuals. The barrier to entry into real estate is actually quite high. It's higher than people think. So people buying their first property, people buying commercial property, and it's usually individuals and families that make decisions. A mum and dad making the decision to buy a house now because their kids are older, they need backyard space. All right. Luxury cars, high net worth individual having a midlife crisis wants a luxury convertible. High net worth individuals and families buying fine art and collectibles. So you've got to have some level of expertise around these areas, and the barrier to entry for anyone who wants to purchase these is actually quite high. because not just anybody off the street is actually going to purchase these. All right. So exclusivity is probably the name of the game there. And these are luxury goods. So these are obviously all high ticket products. Technology and tools. These are obviously business to business. SaaS software that's around and will be around for a long time, all the way from small and medium business to enterprise level. This is going to be a new one, AI as a service, custom software development. Now, I think custom software is still around and will be for a while until things like agentic AI come into the picture and all the software developers are going to disappear. But even if AI comes into the picture, being able to do specific work for a specific audience is going to carry a big price tag, and people are going to do business with people for a long, long, long time to come. The rest will be commoditized. Lots of tech will be commoditized with the advent of AI coming into the picture, but people will do business with people. So these will probably still stay. The next one is financial and wealth. So investment opportunities, investment portfolios, financial advisory, tax planning, personal wealth management. Now, these can be packaged up in many different ways. Investment opportunities obviously are a high barrier to entry, but for any ordinary people, but you're going to have to seek out high net worth individuals. Financial advisory, look, lots of people, anybody from families, young families to the middle-aged to retired is where they reap the benefits. So it's really about selling the future benefits of financial planning. Tax planning is another one, particularly if you have a high net worth individual who has businesses and properties. So these all can also be packaged up as a high ticket product or a high ticket service. People are more than willing to pay more than $2,000 or $3,000, more than $5,000 for the service itself, because they know they're getting a very select benefit out of it. Health, fitness, and wellness. So personal training, health retreats, health transformations, and premium supplements. I think personal training and fitness supplements have always been a low ticket product and service. But imagine packaging the personal training in the frame of the results that someone is going to actually get, and they are prepared to pay $2,000, $2,500, and that's going to stay valid for 6 months, but they are expecting to get a very particular result within 6 months. People will pay you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for that. Whereas if you commoditize personal training, I charge $50 an hour. I charge $25 an hour. You're just commoditizing it. It's for everybody. So these can definitely be turned into high ticket products and services. Health retreats. I don't think there's many of them here in Australia. I know the US has lots of them, and they are luxury on a luxury level, I believe. But imagine packaging up a health retreat for ordinary people who are not used to actually going to a health retreat, but it costs them $2,000 or $3,000 per person. Why do people pay $3,000 a return ticket to go and travel halfway around the world to see their relatives, for example, or to visit a country they've never been to? The same can be done for health retreats. Again, the intended effect and result of a transformation is highly important here. And I think I just want to go back here with financial and wealth. The intended outcomes results are obviously to do with financial growth and wealth, but luxury and exclusive, these are very much steps. The intended result around luxury and exclusive is, number one, build wealth, or number two, attain a particular status with designer goods, fine art, and luxury cars. Sometimes real estate too. All right, just go back to these. The outcomes and results are highly important. The more specific, the more prized the outcomes are, the higher the ticket. But these can all be packaged into a high ticket product or service. Food and beverage. Now, this is an interesting one. Food and beverage traditionally has always been very low ticket and high volume, but say you're a cafe or restaurant and you know you're doing quite okay with your day-to-day. How about you change it up? Let's introduce some catering, some private functions, luxury food experiences. A restaurant could definitely do that. Bespoke entertainment, restaurants can definitely do that. Cafes can too at a certain level, but catering and private functions, corporate functions, these carry big ticket price tags like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for a private function, plus hiring the space that you have. They've paid your rent for the entire month. So food and beverage can definitely be applied to high ticket products and services. Events and experiences, luxury retreats, corporate training, and VIP travel. So some of these are business to business, like corporate training and sometimes VIP travel. Luxury retreats, more of a consumer item. Again, you're seeking high net worth individuals, the C-suite, CEOs, directors, chief of staff, company heads. These are definitely. So let's take, for example, you're from a particular place in the world, or you visited a particular place on this planet, and you actually made some friends there. Let's say you visited Spain and you spent some time there a few years ago, a few people, and you know that there are some experiences people can have, but they normally don't in a country like Spain. You could take people from the US on a luxury retreat in Spain. There could be, corporate training in a place like that. Those sorts of things carry high, big ticket price tags. So you're turning something simple into something completely different, and the results and the outcomes are also completely different from being something that's commoditized. All right. Professional services. Now, I find lots of these traditionally have always charged per hour. They're billed, in fact, I'm pretty sure legal professionals, lawyers, have always charged in 6-minute increments, billed per hour, per printed sheet, per paragraph that's typed. Let's leave all of that aside. Stop billing people per hour or per sheet. If you're taking care of a particular matter, a family court matter, package it up. $20,000 to $30,000 to take care of a divorce settlement. All right. That's a big ticket item. And you know what, when it comes to that and the outcomes are promised and they know they can trust that they're going to get those sorts of outcomes, a client will pay you $30,000 for a divorce settlement, for example, or a divorce matter. That's family law, property law, so many other specialized areas of law. Being a specialist, basically the whole point is, same with accounting, they bill per hour. Why? Stop focusing on the little granular bits. Package it up. Give your clients lots of value and give your clients results that they are seeking, and you can charge $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 at a time. You could package it up into a family accounting package. The whole family is covered. The mum, the dad is covered. They have an investment property. They're covered with this package, and they're going to pay you $10,000 a year. Their properties and everything else, etc., are worth more than $700,000 or $800,000, and they can afford to, because both mum and dad, for example, they're making six-figure income, six-figure salaries each. They can afford to pay you $15,000 for the year to take care of all of their personal tax matters, personal accounting matters. All right, package it up. That's the frame we're going for. PR, I think this is going to be a pretty big one. If you already are very good with or have had experience with public relations, bespoke personal branding strategies. And I think personal brands are going to be huge in 2025. You will find that lots of those who break away from being commoditized, and you'll already see, for example, people like Elon Musk as a person and his personal brand has far more followers than Tesla. Just one example, that is very, very commonplace in social media. So bespoke personal branding strategies. Okay, professional services comes under public relations. Lots and lots of other professional services can package their offers and attract high ticket clients. All right. The whole point is moving away from billing per hour. Stop asking for a per hourly wage from your customer. Okay. And memberships. So this could be for exclusive clubs, private communities, subscription products and services. I will also say there are a lot of subscription products out there. When we talk about high ticket sales, we generally are talking about money that's given upfront, $10,000 upfront, $3,000 upfront. Time it's a business that pays for it, it's say tax deductible for them, and other times it's an individual that pays for it. So we're talking, and look, I think there'd be a very good opportunity to move away from, because there are way too many products out there. People have got subscription fatigue, and they will pay $2,500 in one go for a club membership, a private community, to be a part of the private community for a subscription product. They know what they're paying every year. They don't have to look at their credit card bill every month. Okay, that's another one. These can be packaged up for professional services or for the luxury retreat. All right, you can combine some of these too. All right, key insights. Each of the above actually thrives on these three things: exclusivity, results, and trust. Your job as someone offering high ticket products and services is to position, price, and actually sell these. All right. Now we're going to go on to the activity in a second, but I just want to pause here for a second, because positioning the items are really key. So you are going to need to basically position yourself as an expert, someone with thought leadership and authority. You are going to need to have all of the expertise around the product or service, because your client expects certain results, and you're also going to have to actively sell these. So many a time people think, yes, I'm going to put this up on Instagram and people are going to buy it. People don't immediately buy off social media. It takes people 7 to 10 hours of actually spending time with you digitally in different media formats: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. And they need to also see you in 4 different places. But I'll tell you what is really going to skyrocket this for you is actually talking to people person to person on the phone, meeting them in person, speaking to them in person, presenting and selling. Now, there is a way to do this. We used to be in an era where hard sales were the go when they worked. Unfortunately, hard sales don't work anymore. It is actually far more beneficial to have relationship-based sales than hard sales. So being able to sell without being salesy, and relationships are definitely key and play a key part with this. So just keep that in mind. Now, the other element to this is high ticket products and services rely very heavily on the exclusivity, on results, and trust. Can they trust you to deliver the results? And because they want it, they don't want anybody else to be able to access it too. So they need to feel special, they need to feel exclusive, actually attaining the training, the product, the service. Okay, just keep these in mind. Now, let's go back to the activity. What can you turn into a high ticket service or product? This is the activity. So I just want you to grab your pen and paper or your notebook. I want you to just list 3 to 4 products or services that can be packaged for yourself, for your skills, from your skill set, from what, you might be manufacturing a product already. I don't know. But what 3 or 4 products or services are there that you can actually package up. Number two, identify the audience that has a financial capacity to pay. So it's no point going to someone who is renting their place from their parents who don't quite have enough money to enter into buying a property and selling them a property and spending 3 or 4 hours with them showing houses around. You would have needed to qualify who they are and what they do to be able to know whether they have the financial capacity to pay. Plenty of people in the audience who are either business professionals, business owners, or high net worth individuals that have the capacity to actually pay for the results. And this is the next point, aligning your results with the transformation that your audience or your customer is seeking. So the way to attract the audience is indeed to be on social media, put your best work out there so that people know who you are and what you do. You may not actually sell anything there. You are going to use that to actually connect with people, right? Really key is to connect with people themselves, because it's people that make those decisions, and people do business with people they like, know, and trust. Transactional results, I want you to keep this one in mind. Transactional results do not equal transformational results. So if I was to give you a piece of paper and say, here, take this, you're now going to be able to make high ticket sales, you might be able to. It might be a list of high net worth individuals, but you don't quite know the how. So how about you start producing a product or service that is actually going to give them the how? Now, you are not going to obviously share this in a public format. It might be in a one-on-one private format. And this is why you charge 10 grand for the service that you do. All right. So complete this activity and keep this in your notebook. Like I said, you can subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll be able to refer back to this and come back to this particular episode. Do stick around. My next episode is going to be a little bit about how to craft your sales persona. So this is where you're going to leverage professional experience, your personality, and your communication styles. And I'll share with you what works for me. I think the biggest thing in 2024, 2025 now is being able to sell without being salesy. And I've actually been in the trenches with relationship-based and trust-based selling over the last few years, especially the last 8 years. All right, so that's coming up next. Like, subscribe, please. If you got this far, I need to tell you about my mission. So my mission is to help someone like you who's a professional, who might be an entrepreneur, who might be just starting, who might be in a customer service job. Lots of you are. I like to see you transform those skills into highly valuable ones so you can earn more with a better career. You can go and turn it into a side hustle, be a business owner, be an entrepreneur, have more time by making more money and working less, and develop your skills. My YouTube channel, don't miss out on the next episode. Subscribe so I can show you how I went. And this is really my journey. My journey was back in a customer service job. And I had always wondered about business to business sales and B2B sales and high ticket sales. In sliding door moments, I got into high ticket sales and executive sales almost by mistake, but it was where my customer service job led me to, because I brought it on myself to take those next steps and to learn about those next steps. And you can do exactly the same. So this is my dream. My mission is to help you and help us. Let's put it this way, let's put a number on it. My mission is to help 100,000 people go far beyond their customer service job. There, I said it. So let's go back to, now I just want to say it's a jam-packed episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. It's cool to have you being a part of my mission here. Every single episode counts. You can always grab your notebook and write and make notes about what's said. But also, I'll put some links in the description so you have a way to actually reach out to me. Now that we've gotten a few episodes up there that you can always come back to, I think it's time we actually put these links there so you can get in touch with me, you can connect with me. Happy to have a chat, share. I want to make sure you hit your goals, whether you're a professional already, whether you're starting to get into it, whether you're just heard about sales and it's an interest area, or you want to change and transform from being in a customer service job to a whole other world out there. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.